Hello, APW members from San Diego. I am Bob Waterhouse, your Vice President, and I want to talk to you today about our stewards and the added duties to the Vice President. Let's start with the Vice President. When I started, my job description had barely anything in it. The only real duty was that I was to step in for the President when they were absent for something like a meeting, or if they were on leave, or resigned, or retired. That's it. I had no real job description. So like any respectable workaholic would do, in that situation I added more to my role. I proposed adding to the responsibilities of the Vice President that they are in charge of overseeing the grievance procedure. This means that they are to keep an eye on what is being grieved, if it's being grieved properly, and to mentor stewards as they learn to assemble their case files. The Vice President was also given the task of training our stewards and officers. I've been a shop steward for 20 years now, and I'm a huge advocate for training. I took on the role of training our stewards, so probably 90% of our current stewards that we have today have been trained by me and receive assistance from me whenever they ask for it. These two duties are crucial to our mission as a local to enforce our contract through grievances. Specifically, Sonia Moreno is running for Vice President, and after working alongside her for the past 3 to 4 years, I can tell you now that she is the best person to replace me in this office. She has been a steward for about 15 years or so. She perfected her case file work and scrutinized management once she saw her work produce results. She did her work so well that she was appointed as the chief steward of the South County offices for a time until she transferred to San Diego. She became meticulous, and every time I talked to her about grievances, I don't have to explain my argument to her or where to find it in the contract. She's already at my level, and she's been there and done that. There's nobody better to step in as the custodian of our grievances and training programs than Sonia Moreno. Another change I made to the Constitution is the steward rebate and steward classes. The steward rebate was when a steward attended one steward meeting and one membership meeting in a quarter, they'd get 25% of their local dues reimbursed. I didn't care much for this since attending a membership meeting is something all members should be doing anyway. And once I started attending steward meetings, I was disappointed as they were just meetings with stewards chatting and eating breakfast burritos. What I changed was the purpose of the steward meeting. It is now an educational seminar with a curriculum. At least half the meeting would be a lesson on some part of the steward job. On top of this, I changed the rebate program to attendance of steward meetings only. This was an incentive to attend these training seminars so the stewards could get their rebate, but only because they attended the training. It's a win-win. The stewards who are running with me, by the way, on my team, they attend these sessions. They are engaged and involved. It keeps them current and meticulous and maintains what it is they should be doing, grieving, and how they should be grieving it. These were more changes that I made for our local that are progressive and constructive. I know I sound redundant with all these I change this, I change that, but you need to know this. You need to choose who runs this local, and you need to know what I have done and what I can do. I added a bunch of work to me as the Vice President and made training and grievance oversight a requirement and responsibility to an office that had virtually no job description. And I turned a burrito fest into a class with the rebate as an incentive. Expect more progressive changes like this if you put me in charge of the local. Vote Bob Waterhouse for President. Vote Sonia Moreno for Vice President. Vote in the regulators and continue our momentum of change and progress. Thank you.